Hi, Lisa.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. So, everyone, I'm Kate from Salons for Life, and we're talking today with Leisa Peterson, author of The Mindful Millionaire and the facilitator for our next salon coming up on February 4th.
After working with people and their money for nearly 3 decades, I discovered early on that people and their relationship with money was a lot more important than most people were talking about. And that led me on a quest to not just be someone who helped people with managing the practical aspects of their money, which I did for many years, but bringing in this conversation of how can we be more understanding of our nervous system and the things that are going on in our lives and how we are affected by money, our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings. And when I was doing that research, I was incorporating mindfulness practices, breathwork practices, all kinds of more spiritual practices. And the intersection of my research and working with people practically with money and these metaphysics and different things that we can do to heal our nervous system brought me to this convergence of understanding how I could help people with the chakras, but not just here's the chakras, here's how they work, but I started to see how there was a lot more going on in someone's relationship with money that could be uncovered through the chakras. And it gave a really nice system, compass, map to understand our lives in that context. And so that led into me writing this book, The Mindful Millionaire. I talk about our relationship with money, and then I go into a process I developed called I Prosper, where it guides you through an 8-step process, all inspired by the chakras plus intention. And just all of these years of research and working with people and helping them move beyond the stories that they may have gotten from their youth or from their experiences in their home or in their culture or in their um, depending on their race or their status and socioeconomic status, like all of those things come to play into like us repeating patterns. But many of us don't want to repeat the past. We want to create from where we are. It was really important to us, and that's what my work entails, is helping people in the embodiment of this happy, joyful, abundant life, regardless of where you've come from. The best way we can think of it is an ancient form of psychology, goes back to India for 1,000 years. It's stayed out there. It's been adopted in the West more recently. And I think it's because we are always on a quest of growth and opportunity to expand our understanding of ourselves and our relationship with
Mhm.
ourselves. And the chakra does a great job to help us do that. But it's really a felt experience rather than a thought process to me. They can expect to get a better understanding of the chakras, like I said, from a felt experience. And the reason that matters is that if there have ever been things that are going on in your life that you saw how they apply in one area, let's say money, but you're not sure how they're applying in business or in the work that you do, what the chakras help us to do is start to see patterns where things are really thriving and positive, and also those places where we tend to get stuck over and over again. And I call that going into the washing machine where we just cycle. And the chakras are a great way to see, oh, I'm definitely caught in the washing machine. Maybe with my throat chakra, I always get tripped up. I have a hard time saying the things that are most important to me, or expressing them in different ways. And what we'll be doing is not just explaining how those show up, but we'll be doing experiential practices for each of the chakras, so you can feel like, what does that feel like right here in this moment? And then you can return to it again and again if that's
Mm.
an area that you want to work on.
That sounds amazing. And it sounds like it would be good for just people in general because it's another tool to know oneself.
a lot of my work in the book is about how can we break patterns of scarcity. And so the reason that I'm using chakras in the way that I do is I'm showing you where scarcity patterns have taken hold in those chakras, and then what you can do to balance and move forward outside of scarcity, i.e., into abundance in those areas of your life. I think anyone who is interested in greater self knowledge, who wants to understand themselves from a deeper perspective, that is who's going to most enjoy this experience together.
Mm. And it sounds like whatever walk of life you're from, yeah, if that's your aligned perspective, whether you're starting a business, growing a business, just want to know your own personal relationships, money. I'm a creative freelancer. So for me, I think there's probably, I definitely have a lot of unpacking to do in my own sort of mindset on scarcity and what I'm capable of and what I'm not capable of. And so it sounds like from whatever walk, whatever point in your own life that you're in, it would be accessible just because you're coming in with your own story and working from
Mhm.
there. Yeah.
I think being very comfortable, because we will be, like I said, in the moment. So making sure you wear comfy clothes, you might be, sitting on a cushion or whatever is cozy, comfy for you, kind of like yoga, but it's yoga for the mind,
Mm.
probably more than the body.
Excellent.